I'm Tracy Rees. I won the inaugural Richard and Judy Search for a Bestseller competition in 2014. My book Amy Snow won the competition, and my second book Florence is due to be published in June this year. I heard about the Richard and Judy Search for a Bestseller competition because my mum spotted a leaflet for it in W.H. Smith, and my parents came to visit me and brought me a leaflet. That was the year that I decided to really get behind my writing, and I'd made some quite radical life changes to focus on my writing. So they brought me the leaflet knowing that I was just basically trying to get my work out everywhere. I never for a minute thought that I would get anywhere with it, because obviously Richard and Judy are such big names in the book industry and so influential. So I knew that loads and loads of people would be entering. But I gave it a go in the spirit of what I was doing at the time, and this is the result, so thank goodness for that. My first book, the book that won the Richard and Judy Search for a Bestseller competition, is Amy Snow. Amy Snow, the book, is set in Victorian England, early Victorian times, and it's the story of a young girl, Amy. It's a coming-of-age story, it's a quest, there's a bit of romance, it's a mystery. It's the story of Amy, who basically only has one friend in the world, and when she's 17, her friend dies, so she's all alone. She doesn't know how she's going to find her way, but it turns out that the friend, Aurelia, has left her a secret legacy, part of which is a bundle of letters, one leading to the next. So Amy has to follow the trail to find out Aurelia's lost secret. The day I found out that I won the competition was incredible. I had a phone call from Quercus, the publishers, and Stephanie and Catherine both rang me up and told me the incredible news that I'd won. And I honestly don't know which was more astonishing. I think in a way making the shortlist was especially shocking, because obviously from that point onwards I knew I had a 1 in 7 chance. But even so, to know that I'd actually won was just phenomenal. Once I won, life became a bit of a whirlwind for a while. For the rest of that day, certainly I had a flurry of phone calls from the agent, the publicist and so on. And then I was having lots of trips up to London to meet everybody, to meet Richard and Judy, record a podcast for the book club. There was a lot of editing to do, a lot of back and forth with the publishers over the jacket design and so on. So it was just a really fascinating, interesting time. Then the book was published the following April, and I don't think life's really slowed down since. Winning the Richard and Judy competition has definitely changed my life. Before that happened, I was sort of on a seesaw between working full-time in a proper job and supporting myself and doing all the sensible things, but being really pretty unhappy because I knew that what I wanted to do was right, or taking time out to write and having a wonderful time, but then running out of money. So then I'd go back to work and the cycle would begin again. Winning the competition has meant that I'm now a full-time writer. Thankfully, Amy Snow has done really, really well, and Quercus, the publishers, have offered me a further 2-book contract, which I'm halfway through at the moment. So I'm a full-time writer. And it's a really incredible feeling to be in alignment with what I've always known I've wanted to do. My second book, Florence, will be published this June, so I'm really looking forward to that coming out. Quercus have done another beautiful cover. They've done a really, really lovely job on that. So it'll be wonderful to have Florence out there as well as Amy. My tips for this year's applicants would be definitely enter it. If you're at all interested in becoming a writer, definitely enter it. Always write from the heart, because I think in writing, as in life, if you're doing something because you think it's going to impress somebody else, it's pretty empty really. And then if you do succeed, you end up being stuck doing something you don't really believe in. So write what you love, whether it's crime, mystery, romance, write what you love. And also bear in mind that if and when it does get published, there will be revisions and edits, and if you don't love it, that's really boring. If you do love it, it's great. Also, I would say just never give up. Obviously, only one person can win the competition, but there are so many opportunities out there. And I think even just the fact of entering such a big, important competition as this shows a real leap of faith in yourself and in your career, and I think that's very important. If you'd like to hear more from me and how the books are progressing, you can follow my Twitter account, which is @author Tracy Rees. And lastly, I just want to say a very, very big good luck to everybody who's entering. I'm so excited that they're doing another Search for a Bestseller competition, so good luck.